final speaker is our valedictorian, Jessica Rose. Jessica is the daughter of Eileen and Alan Rose. Jessica has a 5.3 HPA and will be attending the University of Pennsylvania in the fall.
When I was asked to speak at this year's graduation, my first reaction was excitement, of course. Then came the anxiety. I know it's a little bit weird of a concept for our generation, having to actually talk to people face to face, to thousands of people. Wouldn't it be easier to just tweet my speech and hashtag Spanish River so that everyone can read my thoughts quickly, we can hurry along the graduation, celebrate, and move on to college already? This graduation ceremony marks the start of big changes ahead for each of us. We live in a society that usually thrives on change, because if you look closely, change is just another form of growth. I'm told that a few generations back, people used to have to walk over to a television to turn it on or off, or change the channels. Now we carry the TV in our hands and watch almost anything, anywhere. Thank you, Netflix. Oh, and if you haven't had an iPhone for more than 2 years, Apple says you're ready for an update. Which brings me to what is going to change the most. Today, for the last time, we are all together as we have been for most of the past 4 years. Every one of our paths has been meandering through SRHS and intersecting almost every day. But after today, although no one is sure of where we're going, it is definite that we're all going. As we go our separate ways, some of our paths will continue to cross, and some of our paths will never intersect again. Some will venture out into uncharted territory. Some will take unexpected detours or travel across seemingly never-ending roadblocks. Some paths will only reconnect 20 years later on Facebook. As the philosopher, comedian, Ellen DeGeneres once advised a group of graduating students just like us, you all have to follow your passion, stay true to yourself, never follow someone else's path. Unless you're in the woods and you're lost and you see a path, then by all means you should follow that. I must say something about river sports, which have loomed large in many of our high school experiences. I cannot thank my parents for my athletic genes, as I don't have any. I have a lot of spare time at games, as I am usually sitting on the bench, so I use physics to calculate how to shoot the ball, or score a goal, or make a putt. And it's comforting to me to use science as a way to rationalize the world. And here you thought jocks were the opposite of nerds. They call me the scholar athlete, and over time I've realized that that title is short for smart person we feel bad kicking off the team. If I make a bad pass or miss the shot, my teammates can always pat me on the back and say, at least you got school going for you. Through sports, I've learned that true victory belongs to those who recognize that competing with the team is the victory in life. I'm not standing up here to tell you that there's no such thing as fear of the paths ahead. But fear means that you care, that you recognize the possibility of failure, and are willing to do anything to ensure that that doesn't happen. If you know where you'll be 10 years from now, chances are you're not psychic. You're just bored and fearful. When someone asks you where you see yourself in 10 years, it's okay to say, I don't know, or let me get back to you. If you aren't afraid to use those phrases, then at least 10 years from now, when your parents ask you how much longer you plan on living with them, you've already got the phrase locked down. I don't know, let me get back to you. Parents want to see their children happy, and they also want you to just smile in a picture once in a while so they can upload a new picture to Instagram for their 10 followers. Speaking of parents, I have the best ones. Dad, from the moment I knew what a job was, I wanted to be a lawyer, because you're a lawyer. I know that no man will ever love me the way you do, and I will always be your little girl. Mom, everything that I am and will ever be is because I had such an amazing mom. Even when I'm not thinking about what's best for myself, I know you will be. And Nicole, you're my sister and my best friend. I hope that I am and continue to be someone that you look up to, because your approval is the one I value the most. Right now, my path is leading me 980 miles away to the north, to the city of Philly cheesesteaks, the least kosher sandwich in the Northeast. That should be quite a huge transition from bagels and lox. I hope our paths, mine and all of ours, continue to cross. I'm very proud to have been on your paths with all of you these past 4 years, and for many of you, all of our childhoods. Wherever we end up, we can always look back to this day, where all of our paths were intertwined and the possibilities were endless, and we can cheer for that. Now let's go forward and embrace our personal, hopeful changes. Congratulations to all of us Sharks, and best of luck as we swim into uncharted waters. Thank you.
The class of 2014 has requested that all gather